bet you any money that Charles is this nigga's father, bro.
Fine. Sacrifice. Don't you talk to me about sacrifice, Charles. I had to send my son back to the island, knowing full well that...
That's my son too, Eloise.
Just cut his dick off. That's what I would have done. Shit, if I was Norman...
Tu sei una carteggiani?
Se volete ricerà così.
Io pensavo che mio figlio se ne fotteva. Federico prima. Tu sei più buono col gioco mio.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. It's your boy Terabyt Reacts here, back with another reaction to Mad Men. Season 3 finale is here today. And I have to say, last episode was a really interesting episode. Dealt with the JFK's assassination and just going deeply in within that. And I made it a little bit more personal to me and how I would feel about this if I was living in that time, or say, for instance, you know, that should happen today to our current president, how I would feel about it, and you know, how I believe society should respond to it versus how me personally would respond to it. Or you know, I don't think that society would shut down. I do believe that, of course, the country would be in mourning, and understandably so. So I posed the question to you guys. I don't know if you guys answer it because I'm recording this in advance, but I would gander to say that a lot of people is gonna be like, well, I'm still gonna have my wedding, or you know what I'm saying. Like, it's totally understandable if you do cancel it as well. As I said, I don't think just just based on principle, I don't think if I was supposed to get married that day, I think I would cancel it or postpone it some way, somehow. Would figure out how to postpone it and not lose a lot of money, because that's where you got to contrast it with as well. The money part of it is like, how much money are you going to lose if you cancel this wedding? You get what I'm saying? And if you postpone it, you know what would happen, because they already have all, you know, day before a wedding, right? The day before a wedding, there's a lot of things that is already in place, ready to go the next day, right? Also, you got to consider the fact that certain things will get canceled as well, like the cake might not make it there. You get what I'm saying? Because as I said, certain places are going to feel principled to shut down as well. You get what I'm saying? So maybe you don't even get catering for that day, because as you see, as for our Margaret's wedding, you know what I'm saying, the cake didn't show up, the waiters weren't there, so catering could cancel on you. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that could go wrong if you decide to go ahead and do it. But as I said, I'm pretty sure for other people are carrying on with their lives, you know, and not glued to the TV, because hey, it is what it is. For some people, it's just going to be another day. Some people, it's going to be, my life is over. You know, you're going to get from one extreme to the next. Some people are, you're going to get in the middle. It's just what it is. So yeah, man, great episode. Last episode. I want to see how they wrap up the season, see if, you know, we're gonna get the conclusion of Betty and Don being divorced, and how that's going to play out, or if Don is going to fight this, or he's just gonna be like, well, I guess, you know what I'm saying. So let's jump into the episode. If you guys want to see more episodes of Mad Men, make sure to go check out the Patreon, man. We are far ahead over there. This is the end of season 3. We should have finished season 4 already, moved on to season 5 on Patreon by the time you are watching this video on YouTube. So make sure you go check it out. Link is down in the description. Let's jump into the reaction. I will see you guys right after for the review.
Well, Connie, thank you. How are you?
I'm afraid I have some serious business to discuss. Have a seat. I was at McCann Erickson yesterday, and they let me know that effective January 1, they're buying Putnam, Powell, and Lowe. I'm sorry, but that means I'm going to have to move my New York properties elsewhere.
Why?
Because PPL owns Sterling Cooper. You're all going to be part of McCann. Sterling, I don't know. Cooper will definitely be put on a nice flow. But you're a prize pig. you won't have to live and die with every account.
Bullshit. It's a sausage factory. I turned them down 3 years ago.
It's business. I'd asked them to put you on the Caribbean hotels, but I don't think I'm going to stay there much longer.
You come and go as you please.
Yes, I do. You wanted my account, and you were lucky to get it.
And you wanted to play with me. Kick me around, knock me down to size. Well, you called me son.
It's
It's
business.
I got everything I have on my own. It's made me immune to those who complain and cry because they can't. I
Damn.
won't take you for one of them, Don. Are you?
He's just disappointed. That's
Some
all.
other time we'll try again.
Yes.
Like, so many things went wrong. It's like the crashing down of his. Like, he was on this upward trajectory, and then season 3 just went. Everything just went to crap.
What's so urgent that you had to wake me?
Conrad Hilton told me PPL is being sold and us along with it.
There's nothing to do. I have a contract, you have a contract, Roger has a contract.
So that's it? If Sterling Cooper is for sale, why don't we buy it from PPL?
So I should just throw away my fortune? I don't have the rest of my life to earn it back.
I understand. I'll let you get back to sleep.
Why do you care?
Because I'm sick of being batted around like a ping pong ball. And I want to work. I want to build something of my own. How do you not understand that? You did it yourself 40 years ago.
But I'm not sure you have a stomach for the realities.
Try me.
Did Hilton tell you when this blessed event is supposed to take place?
New Year's Day.
We have to talk to Roger now.
You talk to him.
Do you want to do this or not?
Exactly. It's time to step up, Don.
Honey,
If you want this to happen, we gotta go
Honey.
talk to him now.
Don and I have been discussing the idea that we buy the company back.
really? Why?
Because we don't want to go to McCann.
I'm not going to throw it all away because he doesn't want to work at McCann.
You want to work there?
You don't value what I do any more than they do. You're not good at relationships because you don't value them.
I value my relationship with you.
You do now.
I do.
You're right, Roger. If you lost your appetite, you should retire. Of course, I've seen that before. In 3 years.
Join or die? Jesus, Bert. He was doing better.
We have to try.
So you do want to be in advertising after all?
I made an appointment with a divorce attorney, and I suggest you do the same.
Come on, Bets. What are you doing seeing a lawyer?
I want to be civilized about this. Please don't act surprised.
You've had a tough couple of weeks. We all have.
I've had a tough year. I felt I should tell you rather than just let you get a phone call at work.
Well, forget it. I'm not gonna let you break up this family.
I didn't break up this family.
Maybe they can get him in on it too, because he doesn't want to leave New York.
We know McCann Erickson bought BPL, and we know that makes Sterling Cooper chattel.
Well, they're wrong.
Lane, we've worked next to each other for a year. Don't act like a stranger. We got tea.
He's got tea.
So we want to buy back the company. We're willing to offer the purchase price plus 12%.
More than that. I apologize you had to find out this way. Believe me, it wasn't my decision. I've quite enjoyed it here.
And why wouldn't you say? Tell them how much it is.
We'll make another run at it.
The only grounds for divorce in this state are absence of a spouse, incurable insanity,
Such a
life
tough time
imprisonment,
to. The
or
thing
adultery.
about it too is like, it's such a tough time for him to be getting divorced because it's like, oh, man, I'm gonna have to pay this woman alimony and shit.
Well, he hasn't been faithful.
It wouldn't matter anyway with both parties at fault.
No,
Okay.
we haven't. We aren't.
Ken, what are you doing?
You think the governor needs another scandal on the ticket?
I am sorry for presuming, Mrs. Draper. That was wrong. I know it's hard to understand, but the state of New York doesn't want anyone to get divorced. That's why people go to Reno. It's painless.
I see.
We need to discuss what you want in terms of settlement.
Whatever I'm entitled to.
You don't need what he can provide.
Henry, I have 3 children.
I'll take care of them. And I'll take care of you. We want to get this done as soon as possible.
St. John, I'm glad I caught you.
What is it?
Mr. Sterling?
Cooper and Draper have learned of the sale.
And what did you tell them?
That they were wrong.
They even wanted to bid for Sterling Cooper, 12% above our purchase price.
Obviously, the news is getting out.
What
Well,
news?
they are being sold.
BPL is being sold as well.
Why wasn't I told?
Didn't seem pertinent. Trying to keep our company calm as well as theirs. There, Lane.
They know you're essential to the transition.
And then what?
You'll prove yourself irreplaceable.
I'll put in a good word for you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Business. Shit. Oh no. Is that how he died?
Daddy! Daddy!
Damn, bro. Is that how his dad died? Just get back kicked from a horse? You know that Sally's gonna want to stay with Don. And,
Your guests have arrived?
And you were right. PPL is being sold. So it seems we're all going to McCann.
They catch you loose. I want you to find out what the price was and give us a shot.
Enough! Should fire you for even trying to involve me in this conspiracy.
Go ahead. Jesus, that's right. You have absolute authority to fire anyone.
fire everybody.
Fire us. Sever our contracts. Let us go.
Why would I?
Because once this sale goes through, you'll be thrown overboard and you'll be a corpse knocking against their hull.
Nothing good ever came from seeking revenge.
Nonsense. We'll make you a partner.
To stake?
Negotiating. We'll put your name on the door.
I don't know.
Do you know how to do what he does?
I don't.
That's true.
It could be done. But getting you, us, out of here isn't the difficult part. We need accounts.
We'll get them.
If I were to send a telex in at noon today that you've all been sacked, it's after close of business in London. It would remain unnoticed until Monday morning. That gives us today and the weekend to first gather accounts and then a skeleton staff to service them. And of course, we would have to obtain all the materials required for continuity of service. Anyone approached must be a certainty. If news spreads, they'll lock us out.
That's true. I love the feeling of corporate espionage.
Well, gentlemen, I suppose you're fired.
4 guys shot their own legs off.
Allison, Mr. Pryce has requested an office-wide memo. The office is closed this weekend. All work suspended. They're selling the company.
Again?
I'm starting a new agency. Peggy, we're being bought by McCann. Do you know what that means?
You just assume I'll do whatever you say. Just follow you, like some nervous poodle. You didn't even ask me.
Fine. I'm asking you.
Everyone thinks you do all my work. Even you. I don't want to make a career out of being there so you can kick me when you fail.
Damn, Peggy. I think she's gonna end up going. I think she's gonna end up here anyways.
Trudy, I called in sick today because I had my interview with Ogilvy. I have to look sick.
You do.
What a pleasant surprise.
Sorry to drop in.
How are you? And how are you? We've been calling all day.
May I take your coats?
We're fine.
We need to talk to you. It's serious.
We're not firing you.
Oh. Am I getting a few more adjectives added to my title? Don't bother. I have other plans.
Peter, may I speak to you for a moment?
Pete, we're starting a new agency.
Trudy, like,
We're here to talk to you about joining us. I don't blame you for bailing out the way you've been treated.
So Kenny turned you down.
We haven't spoken to Ken yet. And yes, we want your accounts, but we also want your talent.
I want to hear it from him.
Pete is always trying to make himself see like.
It's not hard for me to say, Pete. You saw this coming. We didn't. We need you to keep us looking forward.
Give my boy Pete some respect, man. But he be pushing it sometimes, man.
I want to be a partner, and I want my name in the lobby.
We'll make you a partner if you can deliver by Sunday.
Sunday?
We'll leave the name and the title as a goal. Like it or not, that works with you.
What if I
Trudy
come up
looks
short?
happy. It's not an option.
Good night. I need an attorney. Divorce.
So it's true, huh? Right when things are almost normal.
I need you to tell me what you know.
Margaret's friends with his daughter.
Are they sleeping together?
I don't know. It sounds like it's serious. I was gonna tell you. No, I wasn't. I thought you knew.
Damn, this
sorry I told
complicates things because I didn't want him to find out about. I wanted to just get a clean cut from this whole thing. I didn't want Don to have to come to this, like, finding out that another man may have potentially been sleeping with your wife, and this is the reason why she's making, even though we know that's not the reason why she's making this decision. Well, not entirely, but at the same time, a man hearing about this, you know what I'm saying? He's probably now gonna be like, well, I'm not going to let you go because of this, or you know what I'm saying, or you think you love another man, or whatever the situation is. That could be the argument. Me, I would still want a clean cut, like cut off from this person and just move on with my life, man. Like I'm a person like he's gonna go into fighting, defense, protection mode, man. You know what I'm saying? It's here we go.
Who the hell is Henry Francis?
Stop!
Who the hell is he?
Why do you care?
Because you're good and everyone else in the world is bad. All along you've been building a life raft.
Get out.
You never forgave me.
Forgave what? That I've never been enough?
You got everything you ever wanted. Everything! You won't get a nickel.
She doesn't need it.
God knows I'll be better off.
I'm going to Reno, and you're going to consent, and that's the end of this.
Calm down, Don. That's a bit much. She's not a whore. Let's stop it. This is so awkward to watch.
I want you out of the house.
Oh, he doesn't know.
Why are you here?
I don't know. Cooper called me. First they're cleaning the carpets, now they're not. Why are you here?
Relax, Pete. We're expecting him.
What's going on?
Why are you here?
I'm sorry, what's going on?
And we're starting a new agency. We'd like you to join us as our new head of media. We need your answer.
I should really call my wife.
Mr. Crane, Harry, matter is secret and time sensitive. If you turn us down and elect to be a mid-level cog at McCann Erickson, we'll have to lock you in the storeroom until morning.
I never look at these.
Can't we just take everything?
That's good thinking, but we don't know where anything is.
Let me make a phone call. I'll take care of this.
No more conspirators.
I'll be discreet.
What did we do?
You know who they should call?
Nothing.
Joan.
And why are we in the living room?
But your father's going to be moving out. No, we'll still be living here. And he'll come to visit.
Is it because I lost your cufflinks?
No. It has nothing to do with you. That's not what I mean. I'm not going. I'm just living elsewhere.
That's going. You say things and you don't mean them, and you can't just do that.
Sally.
You said you'd always come home.
I will.
Because you are
Did
not.
leave?
No. We both decided.
You made him sleep in Jean's room, and it's scary in there.
Listen to me, both of you.
Please don't go. I don't want you to.
I honestly do not know why.
Nobody wants to.
Don called her out, man. He's like, yo, you this whole time you've been building a safety net, while then you come spring this on me. But as I said, the fault is
I feel
on.
awful.
Can I come in? I've taken you for granted. And I've been hard on you. But only because I think I see you as an extension of myself. Do you know why I don't want to go to McCann?
Because you can't work for anyone else.
No. Because there are people out there who buy things. People like you and me. And something happened. And the way that they saw themselves. Is gone. And nobody understands that. But you do. With you or without you, I'm moving on. And I don't know if I can do it alone.
What if I say no? You'll never speak to me again.
I will spend the rest of my life trying to hire you.
Peggy is really good at her job. Like, pass.
It's been a pleasure to see you.
Yeah, what did I say, man? She's literally the perfect person, and she's lost weight as well. She's literally the perfect person to call for this, who they would need right now is Joan. With that situation between Don and Peggy, and as Peggy has always been, she's always been good at her job. I've talked about in the past how I believe that, you know, I think even Joan at one point was telling her that you got to understand that that's the world you live in. I think it was like it was like somewhere in like, I believe it was like season 2, like it got ramped up a bit. And I was talking about how she's taking on this, but then she kind of mellowed out a lot and understand that you have to learn how to use what you have. I think it was Joan is the one that told her that she needed to do that she needs to, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to become one of them to be valuable, or to, you get what I'm trying to say? So she kind of mellowed out, and, you know, because she was going off the deep end, she was starting to become a lot more masculine than I expected her to be, and I talked about it, right? So she kind of mellowed out and just became like really good at her job. And Don saw that, and mind you, I do agree with her that Don was taking her for granted in those situations, in a lot of situations, and him admitting that, you know what I'm saying, I'm all for that, even though he wants her to come over to what they're building here, and I'm all for it. I'm all for this. Nobody wants to be bought out all the damn time. Plus, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't in agreement with the whole contract situation. You guys know this already. So I'm all on board for what they're doing here. Hopefully it does work out, and, you know, nobody gets wind of this and they get shut down. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least they have a chance to do something, you know, to restart the company, and they won't know about the firing until Monday. So they got time to kind of put certain things into place before, because, you know what I'm saying, you're essentially gonna be absorbing a bunch of secretaries, not secretaries, but a bunch of other workers. That's all they're gonna get. They're not gonna get the talent. You get what I'm saying? They're gonna get Cosgrove. They're gonna get, you know what I'm saying? Italian dude is out. Salvatore, he's gone already. Because the guy wanted him fired, so they fired him. So you know what I'm saying? They might even bring him back in as well. To be honest, they might even bring him back in. So let's see how it goes, man.
Tell them what to do.
I made a list and I called some movers.
Can you read these? Do you know where this stuff is?
Yes. Of course, you'll need the job bags on all these accounts.
Hi.
Joan, what a good idea. Well, you're here. What'd you bring?
North American Aviation.
How long do you think it'll take us to be in a place like this again?
I never saw myself working in a place like this.
We've been robbed.
Even
He's waiting on the line. It's his third attempt.
In God's name is going on over there?
I think at this point it should be very clear.
You're fired. You're fired for costing this company millions of pounds. You're fired for insubordination. You're fired for lack of character.
Very good. Happy Christmas.
What's happened?
You're a sharp boy. You'll figure it out.
So let's see. I have Peggy and Pete sharing the desk. Good morning, Sterling Cooper Draper Pryce. How may I help you? Yes, Harry. It's room 435.
Fucking Harry, man. Why did John Deere even want to stay with y'all careless people?
Damn it.
Draper residence.
It's me. I'm not sure.
Her
where I'm
eyes
staying
look
right now, but I'm
almost
working out of the
fake,
Pier.
doesn't it? From that angle.
Listen, Bets. I want you to know I'm not going to fight you.
You will always be their father.
Thank you for telling me what I already know, and that. I'm definitely happy for them, man. It's what's going to happen. So this is great, man. This show is really good at stirring up your emotions, and on top of that as well, very good at setting the tone of what's going to happen in the next season and what we should look forward to. You know, I think I was still complaining that, like, at the end of season 2, I believe, or going into season 3, I was like, man, every time we think that Dawn is going to change, just the next season they just make, it's like I was so mad about the character development, if you will, of the characters. Like every time we think he's going to change, he ends up being the same person, because he keeps getting tempted and he keeps taking the bait. So in this situation here, I think it's finally over. I don't think there's any comeback from this. He called Betty. He told her, hey, I'm not going to fight you on this. And I don't think he should. As I said, I was hoping for a clean cut. I knew that was going to happen. The minute he found out about it, I knew he was going to confront her about it. And he's going to go into that defense. Like, it's what pretty much all men would do, even if they were cheating. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much, I would definitely say that 90% of men would, if you found out about that, even if you know you was out here doing your philandering, you know what I'm saying, you would still kind of be very defensive and up in your face confrontational about the situation, because as I've described plenty of times in earlier episodes, that men are very territorial. Like we're just like that. We're like that. It's just our natural state. Now, don't get me wrong, you're gonna have, you know, people who are exceptions to this. Men who are exceptions to this will be like, fuck you then, and just walk out. You know what I'm saying? For me, I think I would confront her about it, but at the same time, I would still want a clean break. I'd be like, okay, I mean, you know what I mean? So that's over with. She's going to Reno to live with this guy for a couple of weeks. So I don't know if she's still going to be a part. I'm pretty sure she's going to still be a part of the show. And I guess maybe the awkward next thing. And why do I get the feeling that Donna and Peggy might end up together? I have this weird feeling in my gut that based on how their relationship is, they know things about each other that other people don't know. And I don't know if she has this strange attraction to Don that's just she hasn't really explored, or Don has never explored how he would feel about Peggy. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it would be kind of weird if they got together. But I just have this weird feeling that they might go in that direction somehow for the show, or they might have a few romps together, right? So I don't know for sure, but hopefully, you know, things work out. This end of season 3. Season 3 was great. I'm glad that Joan is gonna come back to be a regular in the show, because you guys know how I feel about. I just love looking at her. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna hold you. You know, you know what I mean? I just love looking at her. But for some reason, I have this raw, like primitive feeling towards Joan. But then Peggy, is just her modesty is what really attracts me to her. You know what I'm saying? Her modesty just, you know what I'm saying? Peggy is the type of woman you want to wife up, not necessarily Joan. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know how to describe it, but it's just how I feel about it. Maybe you guys will think differently. Tell me in the comment section, who would you, as a man, as a heterosexual man, right, as a straight man, who would you rather be with? Like, who would you pick? Would you pick Peggy over Joan, or would you pick Joan over Peggy? You know what I'm saying? Like, let me know who you would rather marry. Okay, now who you would want a few goes at. Okay, let me know who you would, you know what I'm saying, who would you rather marry? You know what I'm saying? Because both of them got bodies. You know what I'm saying? I would probably say that Joan has more bodies than Peggy, but you know what I'm saying, Peggy has had a few. You know what I'm saying? She's had a few. So we're not gonna factor that in. Let's not factor that part in. Let's just base on their personalities and based on who they are. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, who would you feel yourself more attracted to? I feel like I'm attracted to them at the same level, but not for the same reasons. It's weird, but you get what I'm saying? But other than that, man, I think this is a great season. I'm glad that they decided to go build back something again. You know, and it's going to be really interesting. It's always great. You have that great feeling of doing something new, and finally Don is going to be partner, so I'm all for that. I've been screaming for that from like season 2, so this is just great to see that that part of his life is at the very least is something that can be stable for him. Hey, you want to take on all the responsibility of 3 kids, my guy Francis? Hey man, have at it. You know what I'm saying? Have at it. You say you don't need that other dude, you know what I'm saying, you don't need her ex-husband as he's going to be. Hey man, have at it. I'll tell you one thing, being a stepdad is not easy work. Shout out to all the stepdads out there that took that up. I wouldn't do that to myself, not in a million years, but hey, shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Cool, you did that. You know what I mean? Anyways, guys, season 3 was great. I'll give it a solid 9 out of 10, man. Great season of TV. I loved it. Anyways, guys, let me know how you felt about season 3 as well in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video. It's your boy Terabyt Reacts, and I will see you guys for season 4 when it begins, man. Peace.